We're recording. My friend the other day asked me if I believed that the moon affects our bodies like it affects the tides in the ocean. And my answer to that was obviously yes. I asked them what they thought and they said, no, that's stupid. So today I wanted to talk about why I think the moon affects our bodies the way it affects the tides. Now, listen. First of all, don't mind this. All of these episodes are going to be very, very badly presented within the face realm. So we're going to ignore that. And also, please don't mind the terrible artwork in the background. I attempted painting on a canvas and, it was great on paper, and then on canvas it just looks like really bad. It was an interesting question to me because, I didn't even think about it. I kind of just answered yes because it felt like the obvious answer. But when I really thought about it, it only reinforced my decision of saying that it did. I think that we are really, really caught up in technology, and we sometimes forget that us humans on this earth isn't made by technology, and it's not fake, and we're not fake, and we are a part of this very world, and we were fabricated by this very nature that we live in, that we surround ourselves in. And I think that we forget about that just because we are so within our technology. It's very interesting when I think about it, because I think we're starting to believe that we're also man-made. We're forgetting that we are the most natural thing to ever come about, yet everything we do in our everyday lives is affected by technology. Therefore, we also think that we are technology. We're not. We are a part of the world. We are a part of nature. We are a part of the environment. We are a part of air, of water, of fire, of whatever you want to call it. We are a part of all of that. We don't know what made us. Okay, Big Bang. Yes. God. Sure. All these things, whatever. Regardless of what you think made us come on this earth, we are a part of it. Without a doubt. Unless we were made by robots and then they threw us back in time because they had the technology to do so, which is kind of a crazy thought to have. But imagine we were made by robots and they're like, oh, we're just gonna throw them back in time and see how they react. Well, then this whole podcast can get deleted. But what if that didn't happen? And what if we actually just took a second and realized that we are a part of this world? We forget that way too often. And the reason why the moon affects the tides the way it affects our bodies, or the way it affects our bodies the way it affects the tides, is because we are just like the tides. Okay, yes, the tides and human bodies are two different things, yet we are the same at the same time. Do you understand what I'm saying? Nobody controls the tides. World does, nature does, moon does, the planet does. The same for us. Technology does not control, another debate. It obviously does control us, but it doesn't. We are a separate entity of technology. Nature wasn't fabricated by technology. Does that make sense? Well, I guess it can be. I'm digging myself deep here. What I'm trying to say is that realizing that our bodies may shift the way tides shift just made me believe in astrology on a whole other level. I believe in astrology and I can read your cards for you. No, I'm genuinely saying this. If astrology is real, and I'm not saying it's not, and I'm not saying it is, I'm just saying if it is, it makes so much sense, which is why I kind of believe in it. This is the problem with these podcasts. I don't really think through what I'm about to say. Our mood can fluctuate just like the tides because of the moon. Craziest thing happened the other day. I had such a bad night of sleep. I dreamt of the most horrible things. I couldn't fall asleep afterwards. I kept waking up. I kept falling back asleep thinking I slept for 12 hours and then woke up, realized it was 12 minutes. It was a bad night of sleep. And you guys know where I'm going with this. I woke up the next morning and I talked to my girlfriend about it. I talked to my best friend about it. I talked to my mom about it. Everyone had a bad night of sleep. And we all realized that it was a full moon. And yeah, okay, whatever. It could just be a coincidence. And yeah, okay, whatever. We all have bad nights of sleep, even when it's not a full moon. What I'm saying, though, is that, stars also could possibly play on why we have bad nights of sleep and why we have bad days, why we have really good days, why our stars align this certain way on certain days. Of course it's going to affect us because we are just like stars. Like, there is nothing less natural about us than there is about stars. Do you know what I mean? Like, there is nothing. We are a part of the galaxy, and within the galaxy there are stars. There's the world, there's us, there's germs, there's dust, there's all that, and it's all part of the same thing, and it all affects each other, all of it. I mean, we base our lives off of the biggest star out there, which is the sun. Obviously other stars are gonna affect us if the sun does. Like, the sun literally gives us vitamin D, which causes some sort of thing in our brain that makes us happy. We need it for our health. We need it to be able to live. Obviously other stars are gonna have that same impact on us if the sun does. You know, if any scientists are watching this, just know that I'm an art student. I don't know if you couldn't tell, but I am indeed an art student, and I know nothing about science. I almost dropped out of grade 10 science because I was so bad at it, and I said that the blue part in a flame is cold. Don't ask. Anyway, that was my rant. Let me know what you guys think. Maybe I'll make a part 2. I love you guys.